What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
Like, you go to your county's website and you search tax liens, you go ahead and register and preview items for sale, and you can literally see thousands and thousands of delinquent taxes that people didn't pay. And of course, you can pay for their taxes and you'll get a tax certificate. And you can preview land, houses, different stuff like that. And they have a redemption period to pay you back for your delinquent taxes. And if they don't, you basically keep their property.
The greatest stock market trade in history without a doubt. Watch this. This morning before the market opened, I sent out an alert to my community for GLSI at $16. The stock broke every record in the book and ran more than 2,600% by noon. One of our members literally had a $220,000 day. Wow.
A lot of people don't realize that the biggest factor in investing is in their psychology. Imagine you want to invest, but you want lots of money, so retirement investing seems dumb because you have bigger dreams than that. But you're not doing anything right now, so you start with something we already know works, basic long-term investing. So you invest $10 a week for a month. Now you have something, and you had a month to research what to do next. So you buy some stock, and now you invest $20 a week for a month. Now you can start to see the potential, so now $40 a week for a month, and then $80 for a month. At this point, if you are 20 years old, you can retire at 65 with $1.6 million. But now your identity has changed. Now you're the person who invests money. So you start getting excited. You start finding new ways to invest. You figure out how to retire when you're 50 while continuing this long-term strategy, then 40, then 35. All because you did something you thought was pathetic for 4 months.
Surprise, shawty! How to make your first million in 2021. You want to be between the ages of 23 and 25, and you live in the USA. Step 1, open a binary options trading account. You do this by going to pocketoption.com, registering for an account. You go to finance, you choose deposit, click deposit now. You could either pay with a MasterCard or Bitcoin. Fund your account with $50. Find a mentor to teach you how to trade, or you could go on YouTube to find the basics. If you need a mentor, hit me up on Instagram to ask me any questions. Step 3 is to start trading and compounding your account. To find a good compound calculator, you can go to compounddaily.org. You want to add your initial investment, how much percentage growth you want to see a day, how much days you want to trade, your daily investment rate, and if you want to trade in weekend. And in about 126 days from trading with a $50 coin and growing 10%, you could make over $1 million.
You can place a block in between the pistons and they'll duplicate it by pushing out copies of the original block, allowing you to mine it infinitely. This is exactly how the government in real life makes money.
Hey, why do some restaurants only accept cash? Oh, they're probably committing tax fraud. Huh? What? Yeah, with cash, it's a lot easier to lie about the revenue you're actually making. Wait, why would they want to lie? Well, if you make less money, you pay less in taxes. Oh, so that Chinese restaurant that I always go to is committing tax fraud? Man, I don't know, maybe.
Here's why buying a fourplex might just be the best financial decision possible. When buying a fourplex, you can use something called an FHA loan. And real estate investors actually call this a silver bullet because it's just so powerful, but you can only use it once and for your first property. This is because it allows you to buy a property with only 3.5% down. If you buy a duplex, you might be able to live in one side and rent out the other side to live for free. If you buy a triplex, you'll probably generate a good bit of cash flow. But if you buy a fourplex, you will maximize the amount of cash flow that you can receive per month, all while living for free, and do it only for 3.5% down. This right here is the American Express Black Card. When you see someone with this, you can be assured they are a real baller. Now to get this card, you are gonna have to spend $250,000 per year. And some people even report having to spend as much as $450,000 before American Express reaches out to them to apply for the card. And oh yeah, it's invitation only. Now once you get the invitation, you're gonna have to spend $10,000 for an initiation fee and an additional $5,000 for an annual fee. Once you have this card, it's like having butlers all around the world that can book you at only the VIP hotels, and you could also probably get a seat at a restaurant no matter how booked it is any night of the week. And one user even reported an American Express employee driving by motorcycle to the Dead Sea to get a handful of sand and shipping it off to London because the cardholder's son needed the sand for a school project.
So I just got done building these homes here in Mexico. These are considered a medium income home. I build these homes and then I seller finance them on a 30-year mortgage. And here's how those numbers break down. These homes sell for around $23,000. My all-in cost to build these homes is around $8,000. And mortgage rates here in Mexico are ridiculously high. So it turns out to be over 30% annual return on investment on these properties. The beautiful thing is that I recoup my investment at under 3 years, and for the next 27 years, this investment will continue to pay me.
There's a kid who goes to a gas station and starts buying water bottles for $1. He would then sit outside baseball games and sell each bottle for $2. So essentially, he would make $1 from each bottle. But in percentages, he's making an incredible 100% return. So the point is, when people say they make a 100% return or a 500% return, it might not be as much money as you think it is.
What they don't teach you in school. Debt and taxes make the rich and wealthy richer and wealthier. Debt and taxes make the middle class and lower class less wealthy and put them in more debt. The wealthy understand money and understand how to leverage debt properly and make more money with it, while the financially uneducated dig themselves deeper by getting into more debt and not understanding how to properly leverage money and make more money. They don't teach in school, but I teach it, so follow me on here. I'll help you get out of debt and become wealthy by properly leveraging other people's money.
Hey, it's so nice outside. Let's go grab some lunch. Ugh, I can't. I have to pay all these stupid bills. It's gonna take me forever. Wait, so you pay all your bills manually one by one every month? Yeah. Doesn't everybody? I mean, you could. I don't. I pay 3 bills a month. I pay my personal credit card, my business credit card, and my rent, and then I'm done. So I have all of my bills sent directly to my credit card and I just pay it off at the end of the month. I never carry a balance. But what if you miss a payment? Isn't that going to mess up your credit? Right, that's why I have 2 calendar reminders on my phone to make sure I don't miss those dates. By doing it this way, I'm making my life a lot easier, I'm keeping my credit score up, and I'm racking up a ton of points. Sounds good to me. Let's go get some lunch.
Hey, so for anyone who's curious how much I make on YouTube with 2.5 million subscribers, here you go. Let me take you into my analytics. So in terms of views, here's how many views I get pretty much every single day. I would say most days range anywhere from 200,000 on the lowest to usually about 500,000 at the highest. But as you can see here, it's pretty consistent overall. And then this day had a banger day right there. Now, in terms of revenue, you could see most days are anywhere from about 4,000 or so, sometimes up to about 7,000. And then that one really good day, that did $10,137 worth of ad revenue, and then recently, $11,000 in a day. So when you add all of that up over 365 days, that works out to be a little bit over $1.9 million in ad revenue. And then if we look at the lifetime for my entire channel, just over $3 million.
Excuse me, sir, I like your car. What do you do for a living?
Stocks.
Oh, you're an investor?
No, I stock boxes at Walmart.
Oh.
This is the #1 side hustle. It's called wholesale real estate. It takes no capital, no money, no down payment. Basically, is when you find a motivated seller with a property. Say that seller wants 100 grand for that property. You get it under contract, find a buyer for say 120 grand. The buyer takes over that contract, pays the seller 100 grand, and then you keep that 20 grand in profit. The highest I've ever made off of one deal was 35 grand. This is an easy way of making tens of thousands of dollars in days or weeks. Don't sleep on it.
All right, so y'all got to get on this. Look, talking generational wealth, $50 a month for my son who is
right there, causing all kind of havoc, over the next 45 years would grow to be about $996,000. So when he is 50 years old, he'll inherit $1 million, roughly $4,000 less, but he'll inherit $1 million. Now, at that point in time, he will be able to withdraw 6% of the yearly net value, okay? And now his income at age 50 for the rest of his life will be this. Starting out 70,000, 74, you see where it gets up to 180,000, $250,000, 300,000, 400,000, and so on and so on and so on. But what's really cool is, check this out, whenever he passes away, he will have taken out $26 million. You see, he started with 996,000 right at $1 million. He's taken out 26 million, but what he leaves his kids is $18 million. You want to talk generational wealth? That's generational wealth.
You're going to turn $100 into $1 million in 1 year just by doing this. What we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to trade options in the stock market with proper risk management and trading large companies such as Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Tesla, Amazon, and so on. No penny stocks, no small stocks. We're going to trade large companies, and we're going to aim for 20% return every single week. In the options world, it is very doable to do it. So what we're going to do is $100 turns into 120, then 144, then 172 by week 4, doing 20% consistent gains. And by the end of the year, $1 million in your account. This is very doable, but you have to learn how to trade options with proper risk management. And I'm here to teach you strategies on how to do options and how to do it properly and how to do it for all beginners if you know nothing about the stock market, right? All you need to do is click on my profile, subscribe to my website. You get a welcome email with my free groups links. We have over 34,000 members, and we're all here to help. So I'll see you in there.
Did you know Walmart had $535 billion worth of annual revenue? They sell a lot of shit, yet the total value of the company is only $370 billion? Well, why is that surprising? I'm looking at a company like Visa who has a revenue of $23 billion, but then their market cap is $450 billion, even higher than Walmart. That's because Visa has crazy high profit margins. English? For every dollar worth of revenue that Visa has, they keep around 51 cents of profit. That doesn't seem like a lot. Well, for comparison, Walmart keeps around 3 cents per every dollar of revenue. Interesting. I see Tesla has a value of $373 billion and revenue of $26 billion a year. So I'm assuming their profit margins are also insane. Yeah, their profit margin is around 1 cent for every dollar of revenue. Well, that doesn't make any sense. This video is brought to you by What the Hell's Going On with Tesla. Seriously, do I think win? I don't know what is going on.
Dude, I just made $2 million day trading and I used all the profits to buy this mansion. Please tell me you didn't actually use all the profits to buy that house. Oh, but I did. Well, I hope you saved at least $740,000 because if you didn't, then the government is coming right for that house. Come again? Yeah, since you made $2 million in the short term, the government's entitled to 37% of that. Why should people even invest in stocks if the government can just take 25% of my profits? Well, you were only charged so much because you were day trading. If you would have held those stocks for at least 1 year, the government would have only charged you between 5 to 15% on those profits. So the government rewards people who invest for the long term rather than day trade.
Let's talk about how much money you lose when you save like a stereotypically responsible citizen. A lot of people don't know how to invest and think that putting money in a savings account is the right thing to do. So let's say you decide to save $100 every month for 10 years. If you haven't been saving money, that's a really great thing to do. That adds up to $1,200 every year at an average interest rate of 0.1%, which means the bank pays you 0.1% of your account value every year. The only problem is that the average rate of inflation is 3.22%. That's how much your money loses value every year. So, after 10 years of saving, you'll have lost almost $2,000 of spending power. Savings accounts suck.
I think I just figured out how to make free money. We all know what software as a service is, aka cloud computing. Tons of companies do it, and all of their stock charts look like this. So I made an Excel sheet of the most popular software as a service companies. Then I compared their 12-month growth rate, their gross margins, how much their stock returned on their day of the IPO, how much their stocks returned since IPO to today, how much their stocks returned since day one close of IPO today, and how much their stocks returned year to date. 1,537% profit? I mean, this is crazy. So then I found other software as a service companies that are already listed to IPO soon. I took that, I found their 12-month growth rate and their gross margins, and then compared them to the companies that are already public, and the numbers are higher. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Either we're in a tech bubble or these stocks are free money.
I'm finna show y'all how to flip some money right quick, how to really make bands off of $5, $10, $20. And this is real estate wholesaling, and I teach how to do this for no more than $130. Come on now, let's see. All right, so we at Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, they all got them. You wanna go down and get a Blake Bandit sign. They got all types of bandit signs, but you wanna get a blank one. They're literally $5, and this investment can make you $10,000, $20,000, however. You can get how many you want, but I'm gonna just get one to show y'all right quick. Even if you're under 18, bro, you can do this for bird dogging. You can do this for bird dogging and wholesaling, but I'm gonna show y'all. Wholesaling bird dogging is not complicated. I think an 8th grader could do it. But you gotta be 18 to wholesale, but you can bird dog if you're under 18. Go get you a marker. This is literally $8. I don't got the best handwriting because I get mine already made, but put We Buy Homes with your phone number and you are going to get calls from motivated sellers. Put it at a good intersection. And if you know how to wholesale, you got the knowledge, you will make money.
3 things that you need to do when you turn 18. Step 1, open a checking account. You can get one at a bank like Chase or Bank of America, but ideally you just want to have one that has no fees and no monthly minimums. Step 2, you want to start building some credit. You can do that with a Discover It secured credit card. Basically, it takes a deposit from you and allows you to start spending money on a credit card. Step 3, you want to open up a Roth IRA at Vanguard or any other brokerage. It offers tax-free earnings for a retirement account. By accomplishing these 3 things and continuing to learn, you're going to be in a really good spot.
The average cost of 4 years at a private college is $50,900, and a lot of people get a student loan for the whole thing. One of the main reasons people say you should go to college is because you can make more money afterwards. But the truth is, most people struggle with student loan repayment for the rest of their lives. The average interest rate of a student loan is 5.8%. Just the interest on a loan that big would be $246 a month. What if, instead of going to college, you just invested the same amount you would pay in interest on that loan into the stock market at an average return of 8%? Well, you'd retire with $1.5 million.
Hey man, my company might make $30 billion this year. Do you want to buy it? Whoa, heck yeah, man. How much should I write on the check? Just put like $340 billion. Why so high? Well, we're the future. We're electric. Okay. And we're about to dominate the world in solar energy and full self-driving cars. That's what he said 5 years ago, fool. He still hasn't done anything. Shut up, Ted. I don't know, man. You're just asking for too much compared to the amount of sales you're making right now. Look, man, honestly, we're about to make our stock easier to afford with a stock split, and the kids say that it's about to 3x again, so you might as well get in. But for your stock to triple, your market cap would have to triple to $1 trillion, and that's not healthy unless you have the sales to back it up.
So some of you might know this, but for those of you who don't, I am a huge believer in Elon Musk and the company Tesla. So I placed a bet on Tesla basically that they would go up in the short term. I've updated my contract, but now this is update 3. As you guys can see, on August 12th, I bought one contract for $3,700, and it basically says that Tesla has to be above $2,050 per share by September 25th. And in the meantime, the more that Tesla goes up, the more money that the contract will be worth. And exactly 1 week later, my contract that I paid $3,700 for is now worth over $15,000.
Let's say you decided not to go to college, and instead, you're going to live at home with your parents with no expenses for those 4 years and work at McDonald's while learning about retirement investing and coding, using free information online and by going to coding meetups. You make $8 an hour, so your after-tax income is roughly $14,396 a year. So you'll make $57,584 in those 4 years. Subtracting the first $500 you earn for a good computer to learn code on leaves you with $57,084 to invest. At the end of the 4 years, you get a job coding at a really lowball average of $50,000 a year. With your new income, you now move out and have expenses, but you still have enough to invest $100 a month, which is $1,200 a year. You could retire with almost $2 million. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm saying think outside the box.
Hey, guess what? I've reached Coast Fire. What's Coast Fire? I've never heard of that. It means if I don't invest another dollar for the rest of my life, I'll still retire a millionaire by the time I'm 65. Wow, so why do you keep investing your money? Now you can spend whatever you want. No way, I'd rather retire by 45. Then I can really enjoy myself. Hey, Gen Z, if you can hit this number by the time you're 30, you'll retire a millionaire. Let me show you how. Hitting $100,000 in your investment account is a huge milestone. It also takes forever, and it requires you to put the most money up front. If you start investing straight out of college and you put $800 a month into an index fund, you will likely have $100,000 by the time you're 30. And if you never added another dollar to that account, it would grow to $1 million by the time you were 60, just through the power of compound interest. Should you stop putting money in at 30? No way, that's how you get to retire early. Imagine never having to work again once you hit 40. This is what I'm doing, and I'm retiring by the time I'm 45. Not by buying any crazy stocks, or Bitcoin, or Forex, just plain old index funds and ETFs.
Hey TikTok, remember this school that we're buying and turn it into an apartment complex and document it on TikTok? Well, here's some pictures of the inside. How do you think we should design this place? Specifically, what should we do with the gym and this boiler room?
How are you?
Gramps, how you doing?
Aren't you glad you bought that stock?
Yeah. How about you?
Let me tell you what I made. I made $12,776. $4,000 today.
Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, killed it the past 2 days. I had to give you a call.
You know, I bought some more.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I'll tell you, it's doing good. What else you got? You got any other hot tips?
No, not right now.
Hi.
What's up, Dad?
How are you?
Good.
Hey, congratulations, man.
On what?
You're on track. I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, congratulations to you, too.
Why?
You see Tesla?
No.
They reported their earnings.
Oh, they did. What is it?
They beat earnings and they're up $80 per share after hours.
Oh my God, Ben.
I know.
Holy $80. Oh my God.
I'm going to teach you something about money that might change your life. Because I was able to learn these simple principles at such a young age, I was able to set my future up for success. And by sharing them with you right now, I hope you can do the same. I call them the 3 levels of making money. And this is how I can categorize them in my mind. 97% of people do level 1. 2% of people are able to do level 2, and only 1% of people are able to do level 3. Level 1 is trading time for money. This includes a day job, consulting gigs, a corporate job, etc. This is not scalable, and it's how people spend over 40 years of their lives trying to make money. Level 2 is having their investments pay them money through dividends, real estate, etc. Level 2 is powerful because their money begins to make them money, not the time making you money. Because money can work while you sleep. We only have a finite amount of time every day. And level 3 is to have multiple streams of income and have people working for you. A few examples are dividends, real estate, online businesses. Maybe you own a house cleaning business, lawn care business, franchise business.
Yo, I just got a new job and they offer a 401k and a Roth 401k. Which is better? We're both retirement accounts, but obviously I'm better. Because you invest in me with pre-tax dollars, you have to pay less taxes at the end of the year. And my employer offers a match. Dude, my employer offers a match too, but because you invest in me with post-tax dollars, you don't have to pay taxes at retirement, meaning all of the money that grew in your account doesn't get taxed. Wait, so 401k, don't pay taxes now, pay taxes later, and Roth 401k, pay taxes now and don't pay them later? Exactly, so all that growth is tax-free. Tax-free.
Let's say you get a mortgage on a house for $300,000. You took that mortgage out today, and it was a 30-year mortgage at 3.5% interest. For a mortgage like that, your monthly payment would be about $1,347.13. And in total, you would be spending close to $500,000 to buy that house over the next 30 years, because almost $200,000 would be spent in interest payments. But let's say you could put a little bit extra aside and you paid an extra $100 every month. That $100 would save you $20,000 and you would pay off your mortgage 3 years faster than you would have otherwise. and that's just $100. Let's say you get 2 roommates and charge them both half the price of the mortgage and continue making your normal payments as well. This would mean you're making double mortgage payments each month. You would save $121,000 and pay off the mortgage 18 years early. Don't tell me that's not sexy.
You got your first job, you're 18, take $300 every month and we're gonna automate it to the separate account. And you do that for 8 years. You'll never have to invest again and you'll be financially set for life. If he does the math, he goes, that's $28,000, over 8 years, $28,800. Market's gone up 10% over 30 years. Let me show you what the numbers are when they compound. You know how much he has when he retires? $1.8 million, and all he put in was $28,800.
I bought my house. When I bought it, it was valued at $200,000. I put a small down payment and I owe $180,000. The difference here between what you owe and the value, that $20,000 difference, is what's called equity. But you wait 5 or 10 years and all of a sudden it's like, just kidding. The house has gone up in value. Now it's worth $280,000. But guess what? I've also been paying it down and now I only owe $160,000. Well, we had a $20,000 equity here. Now the difference between $280 and $160 is $120,000. Do you see the big gap there? So the question is, wait a second. Are you saying that if I sold my house today for $280,000 and paid off my mortgage, that after closing costs I might have $100,000 left over? Yes, you would. And could you invest that? Yes.
Okay, TikTok, should we buy this deal? And we would document it probably over the course of the next year. We would turn this schoolhouse into 30 luxury apartments.
Darren Hatch recently posted a video explaining how you can invest in the quote-unquote next Tesla Nikola motor for only $15 at a $440 million market cap compared to Tesla's $145 billion market cap. So let me explain what I'm talking about. On March 3rd, Nikola Corporation and Vecto IQ agreed to create one company focused on the next generation smart transportation. Once the transaction closes by the end of July, the new combined company will be called Nikola Corporation and will remain NASDAQ listed under the new ticker symbol NKLA. So this stock, VTIQ, will turn into NKLA. And if Nikola's $10 billion in potential pre-order revenue turns into real revenue, and we assume half the EBITDA margin is Tesla at only 5.8%, and only half the enterprise value to EBITDA multiple at, let's say, 25 times, that would mean this share price could skyrocket close to $200. Now, this is just my opinions and not advice, but I'm definitely going to buy some shares. How to retire a millionaire. If you're between the age of 18 and 25, and you live in the USA, Step 1, open a Roth IRA. You can do this by going to betterment.com, clicking Get Started, invest for retirement, not currently retired. How old are you? Let's say 18. Annual pre-tax income, $6,000, because you're 18. Type of retirement account, Roth IRA. Click Continue. Drop a spicy email. Get you a strong password. Just finish filling all this out, open an account. When you're done, you'll be good to go. Step 2 is earn or obtain $250 a month. Then contribute that to your Roth IRA. By contributing like $250 a month from the age of 18 all the way down to 65. And if you do $500 a month from 18 all the way down to 65, maybe you're balling on a budget, $100 a month, not bad. So you don't start till 25, $500 a month, still looking good. And that money is all tax-free. Seriously, it's tax-free.
Things they don't teach you in college. How to own rental property without none of your own money, using the BRRRR strategies and become financially free. I bought this bank-owned duplex for $151,000. Then I put roughly about 50 G's into fixing it up. That's what it looks like right now. So roughly after all the closing costs, all the fees, all the rehab, I'm all in on this property here, right around $205,000. Then I hire a property manager to get both of the units rented out. I was able to get roughly about $1,500 for the top and $1,600 for the bottom. After it was fully rented, I went to the bank and did a cash out refi. After that, the bank sent an appraiser out to appraise the property and it came back to be around $450K. Based on the appraised value, the bank willing to loan you 75% on your rental properties. So if you do the math, the bank willing to loan me $337 on it, but I end up only borrowing $225. That takes care of my $205 that I was owed. So my new mortgage is $225, and the renter is going to pay that mortgage off in 30 years.
All right, everyone knows this guy, right? Richard Branson, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Coastal, whatever. Yeah, so 4.1 billion, check that out, net worth, multi-billionaire. This man started Virgin Galactic. Great company, guy loves space, you know, he's into space race, all that stuff. Check this out, check this out. Bam, you see that? This is your chart. Hasn't been on the market long. There's its peak right there, you could see that. It's at about $15 right now. I say it's a buy. Give it 2 months, 3 months, maybe even less. Easy cash out.
Dude, on August 24th, Apple stock is only going to be $100 instead of $400. The stock's crashing? Yes. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. See, this is why we got trust issues. Apple is doing a 4-for-1 stock split. What's that? So imagine one stock of Apple is a cake, and this cake costs $400, but you can't afford a $400 cake. Not since that Dogecoin sell-off. But the store wants to encourage more people to buy the cake, so they cut it up in 4 different slices, and they sell each slice for $100 each. So the store made it easier for me to buy the cake, but I'm still only getting as much cake as I can afford.